The internet did not see this coming. One photo, one stare, one moment that instantly sent the entire K-pop world into absolute chaos. When the newest cover of Elle Korea dropped, fans across the globe froze for a second. Then timelines exploded, group chats lit up, screenshots traveled faster than any algorithm could track. Because standing there on the cover, radiating an almost cinematic level of charisma, was none other than Hyunjin of Stray Kids. But this was not just another idol photo shoot. This was something else entirely. A gaze so intense it felt like it could pierce through the camera lens. Gold jewelry glimmering under soft editorial lighting. A styling concept so sleek and luxurious that it instantly blurred the line between K-pop idol and high fashion icon. And the moment fans realized he was wearing Cartier, the reaction reached another level. Suddenly, the conversation was no longer just about a magazine cover. It became a moment, a statement, a visual era that many fans are already calling one of Hyunjin's most powerful fashion moments yet. So how exactly did one photo shoot manage to capture the attention of millions of fans around the world? And why are people saying this might be one of the most iconic visuals in Hyunjin's career so far? To understand why the internet is still buzzing, we need to rewind to the moment everything started. Hyunjin has always been known as one of the most striking visuals in the K-pop industry. Ever since his debut with Stray Kids, fans have praised his sharp features, elegant aura, and that signature intense gaze that seems to carry both mystery and emotion at the same time. But visuals alone are not what made him stand out. Over the years, Hyunjin built a reputation as an artist who constantly evolves, whether on stage delivering explosive performances with Stray Kids or experimenting with expressive dance through his solo choreography videos. He has consistently shown that he is more than just a pretty face. He is a performer, a storyteller, a creator. And fashion has always been one of the spaces where that artistic side shines. Fans have long joked that Hyunjin does not simply wear clothes, he embodies them. Whether he appears in dramatic stage outfits, casual airport fashion, or luxury brand pieces, he somehow manages to make every look feel uniquely his. That is why when the teaser images for the Elle Korea cover first surfaced online, curiosity instantly skyrocketed. People already expected something beautiful, but what they got felt almost cinematic. The cover image shows Hyunjin leaning forward with his arm resting near his face, fingers delicately placed on the reflective surface beneath him. His long hair frames his face in a way that feels both effortless and meticulously styled. The lighting is soft, warm, and almost dreamlike, highlighting the gold tones of the jewelry he is wearing. And those pieces are unmistakably Cartier. The bracelet catches the light first, sleek, refined, and unmistakably luxurious. Then the rings, then the earrings. Each piece adds a subtle layer of sophistication without overpowering the overall composition of the photo. But the true focal point is Hyunjin's gaze. It is calm but powerful, quiet but impossible to ignore. And the moment the image spread across social media, fans had only one reaction: absolute meltdown. Within minutes, hashtags connected to Hyunjin began trending across multiple countries. On X, thousands of posts appeared as fans tried to process the visual impact of the photo shoot. Some fans described the look as royal energy. Others called it visual king energy. Many simply admitted they had stopped breathing for a moment after seeing the cover. Memes started circulating almost immediately. One viral post joked that Cartier probably designed the jewelry thinking it would shine the most, but Hyunjin somehow managed to outshine the diamonds themselves. Another fan wrote that the photo shoot felt less like a magazine cover and more like a scene from a high-fashion film. Even casual K-pop listeners who were not deeply involved in the Stray Kids fandom began sharing the image, commenting on how striking the composition looked. And then came the deeper analysis. Fans began zooming into every detail of the cover. The styling choices, the hand placement, the way the gold jewelry contrasted with the neutral tones of the outfit. Fashion fans pointed out how perfectly the Cartier pieces complemented Hyunjin's natural elegance. Some even compared the look to classic luxury editorials, saying the image carried the timeless aesthetic often associated with European fashion houses. It was the kind of photo shoot that invites you to stare at it longer than expected. The more you look, the more details appear. And for longtime fans of Stray Kids, the moment felt especially meaningful. Hyunjin has always been recognized as one of the group's strongest visuals, but moments like this highlight how far he has come not only as an idol, but also as a global fashion presence.
Stray Kids themselves have grown tremendously since their debut. From powerful performances on music stages to world tours that attract massive audiences, the group has steadily expanded their influence across the international music scene. Their music often focuses on themes of identity, resilience, and creative freedom. That same spirit of individuality seems to follow each member in their personal projects as well. For Hyunjin, fashion editorials have become one of the spaces where his artistic identity truly shines. Fans often describe his presence in photo shoots as painterly. There's something about the way he moves in front of the camera that feels almost like choreography. Every gesture appears intentional, every angle feels deliberate. That is exactly what makes this Elle Korea cover so captivating. It doesn't feel like a random snapshot. It feels like a carefully constructed visual story. And according to many fans, the mood of the shoot perfectly matches Hyunjin's artistic aura. The elegance of Cartier jewelry adds an extra layer of symbolism. Cartier has long been associated with timeless luxury, craftsmanship, and classic design. Seeing those pieces paired with one of K-pop's most recognizable visuals creates a striking contrast between tradition and modern pop culture. That combination is exactly what makes fashion collaborations like this so powerful. Luxury brands increasingly recognize the global influence of K-pop artists. Idols are not just musicians anymore. They are trendsetters, cultural ambassadors, and style icons who can instantly introduce brands to millions of young fans around the world. And Hyunjin clearly understands the language of fashion. The way he carries himself in the cover image feels confident yet restrained. The jewelry does not overpower him, and he does not disappear behind the styling. Instead, everything exists in perfect balance. This kind of synergy is what photographers and fashion editors dream about. It is also why fans believe this cover will be remembered as one of Hyunjin's most iconic editorial moments. Of course, no viral K-pop moment would be complete with fans adding their own humor into the situation. Within hours of the photoshoot release, edits and memes started flooding social media. One popular meme format showed fans pretending they were calmly opening social media before suddenly encountering Hyunjin's cover image and losing all sense of emotional stability. Another trending joke claimed that the Cartier bracelet must have gained extra value simply by being worn by Hyunjin. Fans also joked that the photoshoot proved once again that Hyunjin is not just an idol, but a full visual experience. Even fan artists joined the celebration. Illustrations inspired by the cover appeared online, recreating the pose and jewelry details in beautiful digital art styles. Some artists leaned into the royal imagery, depicting Hyunjin as a modern prince surrounded by golden accents. Others focused on the elegance of the jewelry itself, highlighting how the Cartier pieces shimmer against the soft lighting of the photoshoot. The response showed just how passionate the Stray Kids fandom remains when it comes to celebrating the member's achievements and artistic moments. But beyond the excitement, many fans also expressed genuine pride. Watching Hyunjin continue to grow as both an artist and fashion figure has been a rewarding journey for those who supported him since the early days. Moments like this remind fans that idols are constantly evolving. They are not frozen in the image they had during their debut era. Instead, they grow, experiment, and explore new sides of themselves. And sometimes those explorations result in unforgettable visuals like this one. It is also worth noting how much the fashion industry has embraced K-pop over the past decade. What once felt like occasional collaborations has now become a full cultural partnership. Major fashion magazines regularly feature idols on their covers. Luxury brands invite K-pop stars to Fashion Week events. Editorial shoots combine music culture with high fashion aesthetics in ways that feel fresh and exciting. Hyunjin's Elle Korea cover fits perfectly into that evolving landscape. It is stylish, sophisticated, and undeniably modern, yet it still carries the emotional energy that K-pop fans love. The combination of elegance and intensity feels very much like Hyunjin himself. And perhaps that is why the image resonates so strongly. It doesn't feel like an idol pretending to be a fashion model. It feels like an artist naturally stepping into a space where he truly belongs. As the photos continue circulating online, more fans are discovering the cover and adding their reactions to the growing wave of excitement. Some say the look reminds them of classic movie posters. Others compare it to luxury campaign imagery from global fashion houses. But nearly everyone agrees on one thing. Hyunjin's presence in the image is impossible to ignore. The quiet confidence, the refined styling, the subtle sparkle of Cartier jewelry under soft lighting. Everything comes together to create a visual moment that feels both powerful and timeless. And now fans are already asking the next big question. What comes next? Will this editorial lead to even more fashion collaborations for Hyunjin? Could we see him stepping further into the global luxury scene? Or maybe even appearing in future campaigns with major brands? For now, one thing is clear. This Elle Korea cover has reminded the world just how magnetic Hyunjin's presence can be. Whether he's performing on stage with Stray Kids, creating expressive choreography, or simply looking into a camera lens during a photoshoot, he has a way of capturing attention that few artists can replicate. And if this moment is any indication, his influence in the fashion world might only continue to grow from here. But now we want to hear from you. What was your first reaction when you saw Hyunjin's Elle Korea cover with Cartier jewelry? Did the photoshoot instantly become one of your favorite Hyunjin visuals, or do you think he still has an even more iconic fashion moment waiting in the future? Share your thoughts in the comments and join the conversation with other fans around the world. And if you enjoyed diving into the story and want more updates about your favorite K-pop idols, remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for the next wave of K-pop moments that will have the internet talking. Because in the world of K-pop and global fashion, the next iconic visual could appear at any moment.